Welcome to the HFY Tales channel. Remember to like and subscribe if you like the story. Enjoy and take care.
The world outside spun with the vibrant chaos of a bustling intergalactic market, a fusion of colors that reflected the myriad of species mingling and exchanging goods, each a testament to the harmony born from years of alien diplomacy. Earth had transformed. No longer was it the isolated planet rattled by wars and conflict. Now, it was a hub of diversity, a place where humans learned to embrace the unknown. Yet in the confines of his modest apartment, Jackie felt far from that harmonious ideal. With a soft sigh, he sank into the plush couch, running a hand through his tousled hair. He glanced at the towering figure of his wife, Pania, who stood proud and radiant, her luminescent skin shimmering under the soft glow of their home lighting. The warmth of her gaze, as always, eased his heart, yet today it felt heavier. "Are you ready for round 6? Her voice was melodic, a song of her people, rich with enthusiasm and a hint of mischief. Jackie chuckled softly, knowing that her idea of round 6 wasn't simply a playful reference. It was a cultural expectation, the heartbeat of their mating rituals. Earth had its own traditions, of course, but Pania had brought him far beyond anything he'd ever imagined. Here in her world, countless rituals and rounds were not just common. They were an expression of love, a way to build unbreakable bonds. Yeah, just give me a minute." He sighed again, wiping the sweat from his brow. Deep down, he harbored a mix of affection and apprehension. He loved Pania beyond measure, yet navigating the cultural maze that defined her home planet left him dizzy. "I know humans tire easily," Pania noted, an innocent smile playing on her lips, misunderstanding his fatigue as something lighthearted. "But we must embrace each moment to deepen our connection. You said so yourself." His heart sank slightly. A month into their marriage, and already he felt the weight of his human limitations. "It's not that I don't want to connect, Pania. It's just—" He struggled to find the words, glancing at the lush, exotic forest scenes painted on their walls, reminding him of the planet she hailed from. It was a beauty he admired, yet it felt worlds apart from his own experience. Pania took a step closer, her expression softening when she sensed his hesitation. "What troubles you, my love?" The term was imbued with her culture's passion, and he could not deny that it sent a thrill through him, even amid his exhaustion. "I guess I just didn't expect this." He gestured vaguely at their surroundings, his words tumbling out in a rush. "I mean, I knew about the traditions, but 6 rounds. It's a lot. Maybe we could tone it down a bit, just for now." Her eyes momentarily flickered with confusion before softening, and she placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "You are my mate, Jackie. The ritual is a dance, a way to connect our spirits. Each round strengthens our bond. We grow as one." He wanted to argue, to say that he loved her and felt connected already, but as the weight of her tradition pressed down on his shoulders, he found no words. Instead, silence hung like a heavy curtain between them, his heart aching with complications he had not anticipated. Just think about it," he murmured softly, hoping she would understand. Little did he know, this emotional turmoil would set the stage for an incredible journey of understanding, love, and the true meaning of partnership. As the evening set in, billowing hues of orange and purple painted the sky outside their apartment window. Jackie took a deep breath, still feeling the unease hovering in the air between him and Pania. He knew he needed to better understand her culture to bridge the gap that had begun to widen. "Pania," he called softly, hoping to explore this chasm of misunderstanding. She turned to him, her skin reflecting the warmth of the setting sun, her bright eyes shimmering with a cosmic depth. "Yes, my love. Would you tell me more about your home, about your people?" His curiosity was genuine, and he hoped it would bring them closer. With a bright smile widening on her face, she nodded enthusiastically. "Of course, there is much to share." Pania gestured for Jackie to join her on the couch, her excitement palpable. "Where should I begin?" "Start with these mating rituals. I'd like to know why they are so important to you," he suggested, resting his elbows on his knees, eager to absorb her words. Pania leaned forward, her excitement never dulled. "In my culture, We believe that mating rituals are essential for uniting body and spirit. Each time we engage in this dance, we connect deeper with our partner, solidifying our souls into one entity. It is believed that each round pulls us further from the mundane and closer to the ethereal. Jackie nodded, captivated by her energy. That sounds beautiful. But why 6 rounds? What does that number signify? Scooting closer, Pania clasped her hands in her lap, her features serene as she recounted. 6 is a sacred number among my people. It symbolizes harmony across the universe, the union of the physical, mental, and emotional realms. By completing 6 rounds, we disentangle ourselves from earthly concerns and embrace the cosmic dance of life itself. Jackie considered her words, forming mental images of starry skies and ethereal connections. I understand the significance now, but it feels overwhelming. Humans, well, we don't have anything quite like that. Why not? Pania tilted her head, genuine curiosity lacing her tone. Do you not cherish connecting deeply with your partner? Of course I do, he replied, the love he felt for her igniting his passion. But we have different ways of expressing it. For us, there's a focus on emotional intimacy and companionship, rather than ritualistic rounds. It's more relaxed. Her expression shifted slightly, revealing a stain of contemplation. Perhaps you could teach me about your customs? We can find a balance between our worlds. Jackie's heart lifted at the thought. Yeah, that could work. But what if I can't keep up with your expectations? Pania reached out, placing her hand on his face gently. Do not worry, my love. We will navigate this together. I don't want you to compromise your essence for mine. I wish for us to grow. Her reassurance didn't erase the concerns that danced in Jackie's mind, but it eased some of the weight pressing against his chest. They spent the evening discussing their different cultures, Jackie revealing snippets about Earth's romantic history, the subtle nuances of human courtship, and the importance of emotional support. In return, Pania unfolded tales of vibrant festivals on her home planet, where couples danced under the stars, dedicated lengthy rituals to family and friends, basking in the exotic displays of fireworks and bright festivities that could last for days. Jackie marveled at the descriptions, each story painting a vivid landscape in his imagination, forging connections he never knew he craved. Yet, as the hours passed, Jackie still felt the persistent echo of exhaustion tugging at his mind. It was a different kind of weariness, one born from the undeniable struggle between his human limitations and the passionate world of Pania. Maybe we could do something simple for now, he suggested cautiously, fearing he might upset her. Just to build up to the rounds? It's all new to me. Pania raised her eyebrows, intrigued. What do you propose? I don't know. Jackie hesitated, mulling over the cultural contrast. Maybe a dance? We could blend your celebrations with how we do things on Earth, creating something uniquely ours. Her eyes sparkled brightly. A dance? Pania mused, clearly fascinated by the idea. I love it. Music, rhythm, and movement, expressions of our souls. Jackie chuckled, feeling lighter. Exactly. We can take the essence of your traditions and add something fresh from Earth. It may help me feel less overwhelmed. Then let us prepare. Pania exclaimed, her excitement bubbling over. She hopped up, dragging him with her into their modest kitchen, where the eclectic mix of human and alien decor blurred the lines of their respective worlds. They spent the next hour rummaging through their music collection, selecting songs from both cultures. The melodies, so very different yet filled with rhythm and heart, filled their home with an intoxicating ambience. Jackie felt exhilarated and apprehensive all at once, but Pania's unwavering enthusiasm fueled his own. With a flip of a switch, their living space transformed into a place of creativity. As the melodic beats played, Jackie held Pania close, guiding her with the grace of their newly formed connection. Together, they danced, intertwining human and alien movements, combining their worlds. In those moments, Jackie realized something profound. Love transcended culture. It wielded the power to unite them, to celebrate the beauty of their differences. With every step and rhythm, Jackie felt less like a weary human navigating the unknown and more like a partner dancing hand in hand with the enchanting alien he adored. As the night stretched on, Jackie glimpsed a hope that shone between his wife's words and the echo of music. It was a beacon, guiding him toward a deeper understanding of not just Pania's culture, but of the love that would ultimately weave their lives together, one dance at a time. As the days turned into weeks, the harmony forged during their improvised dance practice began to blend with the reality of their different worlds. Jackie and Pania celebrated their union with laughter and joy, trying out various human customs while also immersing themselves in the vibrant rituals Pania cherished. Yet, amidst the growth of their love, Jackie found himself increasingly burdened by expectations. After another exhausting day of navigating intergalactic treaties at work, Jackie returned home, feeling the familiar heaviness settle on his shoulders like a weight he couldn't shake. His thoughts swirled with the pressures of work and the responsibilities of nurturing an uncharted relationship with an alien wife, and he realized that even after their joyful dance sessions, the anticipation of round 7 loomed over him. "Are you ready for our ritual?" Pania's voice cut through the thick fog in his mind as he walked through the door. She stood radiant as ever, wearing a flowing gown that shimmered with cosmic colors, a sight that never failed to awe him. Jackie sighed, running a hand over his face. Despite the beauty of the moment, he felt the tiredness seep deeper into his bones. "Pania, I don't know if I can do this tonight," he admitted, fatigue weighing heavily on his voice. She frowned slightly, misinterpreting his fatigue for a mere mirage of temporary tiredness. "But it is our designated ritual time. We must engage in the dance of love, as we've agreed." "Right, but," Jackie hesitated, trying to articulate the tempest brewing inside him. "What if we take a night off? Just to relax? 6 rounds in a row is a lot, even for me." The confusion on Pania's face morphed into one of disbelief. "Jackie, you've expressed your desire to deepen our bond. The ritual is part of that connection. Why don't you want to embrace our tradition?" "I do want to embrace it," he replied, his voice rising slightly, tinged with desperation. "But I'm a human, Pania. I can't just turn off my limits. It's exhausting." Silence fell heavy between them. Pania's expression faltered, the warmth of her previous enthusiasm replaced with something more defensive. "You sound as if you resent me, as if I am burdening you with my culture." "No, that's not it. Please, just listen." Jackie struggled to keep his voice steady, even as he felt the knot of frustration tighten in his chest. "I love you, but it's hard for me. I don't have your stamina or your understanding of these traditions. It feels like I'm drowning in expectations I can't meet." The hurt in Pania's eyes was evident, wrapping around Jackie's heart like a vice. "You think I want to drown you? All I wish for is to share my culture with my mate, to be one with you." "I want to share with you too," he replied, his voice cracking slightly under the strain. "But can't we take it slow? Find a balance. Incorporate both our ways without losing ourselves?" For a long moment, Pania stood rigid, uncertainty and frustration swirling within her. Jackie anticipated the storm brewing beneath her calm exterior. He could see it building behind her luminous gaze. "You think my culture is too much for you. You do not wish to learn." "No," he exclaimed. "That's not. You are human, and I am alien. Perhaps we are not meant to unite fully." Her words cut deeper than intended, igniting a fire of emotions he didn't know he possessed. Jackie clenched his fists, desperately searching for understanding in her perspective, while grappling with the feelings of inadequacy and frustration that weighed him down. "You don't understand," he said, his voice shaky. "It has nothing to do with your culture. You're everything I've ever wanted, but I feel overwhelmed. I need you to see that I'm doing my best." Pania's eyes shone with unshed tears that reflected the pain of miscommunication, a realm between them that felt wider than any distance. "I do not wish to pressure you, Jackie. I thought you embraced our connection with open arms." "I do," he shouted, desperation punctuating each word. "But I'm still learning. Your world is so different from mine. Each ritual feels like I'm losing a part of myself in the process. I want to be here with you, but I'm afraid of failing." Their words hung in the air, heavy with frustration, unspoken fears echoing within the confines of their home. Pania's face twisted into a mask of hurt and confusion, her eyes searching his for traces of the love that had once bloomed so brightly between them. "Maybe we need time apart," she finally muttered, her voice barely above a whisper. Jackie's heart plummeted as a wave of panic washed over him. "No, please, don't say that. We're not seeing each other. You cannot seem to understand how important this is to me, and I fear you will never appreciate my culture." There was a finality in her tone that left Jackie breathless. "I love you, Pania," he pleaded, desperation lacing his words. "I'm trying to understand, but we need to create space for our differences, not let them tear us apart." "But they are tearing us apart," she responded, frustration mingling with sorrow. "You would rather hide from my world instead of joining me." For the first time since they met, Jackie felt the emotional distance yawning wide, a chasm that felt insurmountable. No, I am not hiding. I want to learn and grow. I just don't want it to be mandatory or a chore. It should be something we enjoy together. Then find a way to enjoy it." Pania snapped, her voice rising sharply, ebbed with frustration and hurt. "Show me that you want this as much as I do. This is our bonding time." Jackie stepped back, the walls closing in as Pania's words struck like arrows against his heart. The realization settled in his chest. The distance had formed an invisible barrier around them, and the shared laughter and light of their earlier days now felt like a forgotten memory. I don't know how," he whispered, his voice faltering. "Neither do I," she admitted, her face softening slightly as a tear slipped down her cheek. "I thought love would be enough. It always seemed so simple, but now—" An aching silence filled the room. Their hearts were only capable of clashing like tidal forces, but none of the passion remained as the moment of intensity drifted into something darker. Both stood facing one another, worlds apart yet tied by the intricate laces of their emotions. They needed resolution, to rediscover their shared love without the weight of expectation suffocating them. This was only the beginning of their journey, but how it would bend could not be foretold. Would they find a way to traverse the vast expanse of cultural disparity? Or would they lose each other along the way, drowned in the turbulent waters of misunderstanding? The night stretched long and heavy after their fight, unresolved tension swirling like an invisible storm cloud in their shared space. Jackie sat on the edge of the bed, heart aching as he replayed the confrontation in his mind. The sounds of the bustling market outside grew dim, and the familiar warmth of Pania's presence felt like a distant memory. He glanced over at her. She had retreated to the far side of their bed, curled into herself, with sorrow etched across her features. The vibrant colors of her gown seemed dulled, an embodiment of the emotional storm that brewed within. Jackie's heart twisted at the sight. He had never wanted to hurt her. "Pania," he called softly, his voice unsteady. "Can we talk, please?" After a moment, she turned her head slightly, eyes glistening with unshed tears. "What more is there to say, Jackie? You do not wish to follow our ways. You resist." "I'm not resisting," he replied, exasperation creeping into his tone. "I just want us to find a path that feels right for both of us. I don't want you to feel like I'm abandoning your traditions, but we have to consider each other too." "It is difficult for me to understand," Pania murmured, her voice strained. "You question my culture as if it is irrelevant, as if what I value is a burden." No, you've misunderstood me." He moved closer, trying to convey sincerity through his gaze. "I love your culture, the stories, the customs, the sheer joy you find in your traditions. There's so much beauty in it. I want to learn, I really do. But it feels like every night is the same cycle. The expectation of round 6 looms over me, and it makes me feel inadequate." A silence settled again, heavy with unspoken words. Jackie's heart pounded in his chest as he awaited her response. But all he could hear was the echo of their earlier arguments, tinged with envy, frustration, and pain, a sharp reminder of how far they were from the joyful bond they had shared before. Pania finally turned to face him, her expression softening slightly. "I believed I was doing this for us," she said, voice trembling slightly, "to strengthen our union. I did not realize that my expectations could drive you away. That was never my intention." Jackie nodded, relief flooding through him. I care deeply for you, Pania. I've never wanted to make you feel rejected, but I think we need to come to terms with our differences. Find middle ground. Redefine our connection to fit us both. Pania wiped her eyes with the back of her hand, taking a deep breath. What would you suggest? Let's create a new ritual together. One that honors both of our cultures without pressure. Set our own parameters, our own pace. Jackie proposed, feeling a spark of hope igniting in the damp embers of their shared space. How about we incorporate relaxation and fun? Start without the pressure of 6 rounds. She looked thoughtful for a moment, and he watched as understanding flickered in her eyes. We could integrate aspects of your culture and merge them with mine. It would be a reflection of both of us. Exactly. Jackie leaned forward, encouraged. Maybe we could even set a new number that feels right. Something symbolic that represents the union of our worlds. The corner of Pania's mouth lifted in a hint of a smile, one that actively worked to dispel some of the tension building in the room. What number do you propose? Thinking carefully, Jackie replied. How about 3? It's manageable, and it still honors the union of minds, body, and spirit. A bridge connecting both of our cultures while taking our needs into account. 3, she echoed thoughtfully. A significant number for both of us. This may work. Jackie felt a surge of warmth as they found common ground. Great, let's celebrate that. We can dance, laugh, and be ourselves, not just the expectations of tradition. A sense of relief settled in the room as Pania's shoulders released tension. And what if I wish to add more rounds as we grow comfortable? Then we can. This is about connection, not obligations, he reassured her. For the first time that evening, Pania laughed lightly. Oh, I have no doubts I will eventually want to. But I will listen to your needs first. The warmth of their jokes began to paint the atmosphere with the glow of familiarity. A new spark, a new outlook. Jackie shifted his weight, returning to her side of the bed. See, together we can build our own version of our bonding ritual, where we don't feel overwhelmed by either of our worlds. She nodded, gently resting her head against his shoulder. Thank you for being patient, Jackie. I want us to be a true union, an entity that celebrates both of us. Inspired, Jackie's heart swelled with hope. Let's start by creating our dance, a mix of your vibrant customs and my playful traditional styles. It'll establish our own traditions, the ones only we share. Pania raised her head, her eyes sparkling. Yes, let us embrace this journey of love together with the joy of discovery. Jackie smiled, pulling Pania into his embrace, grateful for the way she felt against him. The warmth, the laughter, the promise of something beautiful. The days turned into weeks as they crafted their new dance, working side by side to intertwine their customs in a way that flowed seamlessly. Laughter echoed in the walls of their home, becoming a bridge that connected their two worlds. Jackie introduced Pania to classic Earth music while blending in the vibrant rhythms of her home planet. Their playful practice sessions grew into joyous expressions of love rather than expectations. They experimented with comedic elements from Jackie's culture, finding creative moments to laugh together as they stumbled through their learning experiences. Pania welcomed every offering, sharing stories behind her dances, showcasing the significance of each movement. The confusion that once marred their connection transformed into an enchanting exploration of their shared joy. One evening, after a particularly successful rehearsal, they pulled together into a soft embrace, breathless from laughter and dance. I can't believe how far we've come, Jackie said softly, brushing back a strand of hair from Pania's face. I felt lost before, but now I see how our cultures can dance together. With the weight of earlier misunderstandings at last lifted, they continued molding their bond, piecing together traditions to create a fabric only they could wear. As they embraced this new journey, Jackie knew he was falling more deeply in love with Pania, marveling at the way she had opened his heart to possibilities he'd never imagined. Their love bloomed within the warmth of shared laughter, enriched by the challenges they had faced. It became a tapestry that celebrated both their cultures in a way that no ritual ever could. In creating something new, Jackie and Pania discovered the essence of a true and lasting partnership, one that celebrated their differences as strengths. They had begun building a foundation that would last a lifetime, bonded not simply through the expectations of tradition, but through love, patience, and understanding. The evening light dimmed to a soft twilight, casting a gentle glow over Jackie and Pania's home, where the air hummed with anticipation. They had taken the time to craft their new ritual, and tonight they would finally experience the culmination of their efforts, a melding of cultures that celebrated both their spirits. "Are you ready for our new ritual?" Jackie asked, his nerves buzzing with excitement as he stepped into the living room. Threads of soft, ambient music filled the space, woven with melodies from both Earth and Pania's home planet, creating a unique harmony that felt electric in the air. Pania, adorned in a gown reflecting the cosmos, stood amidst twinkling light decorations, each one a piece of her culture. "I am ready. Tonight we celebrate our bond in a way that honors both of us," she replied, her luminous eyes sparkling with joy. Jackie's heart raced as he absorbed the sight of her. She embodied the magic of her culture, and he felt incredibly fortunate to share this profound moment. Their connection had evolved, and he was ready to deepen it. "Let's embrace this journey," Jackie suggested, stepping toward her and taking her hands in his. With a small nod, Pania led him through the room, demonstrating their bespoke dance, a blend of human elegance and alien fluidity. They flowed together, laughter bursting between them as they twirled, spun, and leaped. Each movement resonated with the joy of their collective creativity, and Jackie felt his earlier worries dissipate into the rhythm of the moment. As the dance slowed, they found themselves gazing into each other's eyes, an unspoken understanding blossoming. Jackie felt the significance of this moment embedding deep within his heart. "Tonight is not just about the dance, Pania. It's about embracing every part of you and me," he whispered softly. She smiled, a radiant glow illuminating her features. "Tonight we will mate. In my culture, it is the ultimate union of spirit and body, a dance of passion, a commitment to each other, and I wish to share that with you, my love." Nerves and excitement intertwined within him, but Jackie nodded with certainty. "Yes, I want to share this richness with you." Pania took his hands, leading him to a beautifully prepared mat adorned with symbols from their intertwined cultures, an artistic representation of their unity, filled with colors that reflected their journey together. "This is where we will unite." As they settled down onto the mat, the atmosphere filled with pulsating energy, a reflection of their eagerness and nervousness. Jackie felt the warm sigh of Pania's breath against his skin as they moved closer, their hearts beating synchronously with the rhythm of the music enveloping them. Gazing into the depths of her beautiful eyes, he lost himself in the warmth of her affection. "I've never felt so connected to anyone before," Jackie admitted, his voice a caress. Pania leaned in, her lips brushing against his. "This is what our dances ignite, the deeper connection that exists between two souls." With that, they melted into each other, their mouths meeting in a tender kiss, igniting the fire of passion that had been kindling since their first encounter. Their kiss deepened, fueled by emotions they had long struggled to express. Each brush of their lips sent shivers down Jackie's spine, binding them closer. The world outside faded into insignificance as they slipped into their own universe, where the barriers of their cultures dissolved, leaving behind only the pure essence of their love. The melding of their beings began as they explored one another, their movements guided by intuition, rhythm, and the energy they shared. Jackie reveled in the sensation of Pania's skin against his, the differences becoming the very fibers that created a tapestry of intimacy. Their call and response, each caress, each sigh, spoke volumes about their commitment, revealing layers of understanding they had built over the past weeks. As they engaged in the dance of mating, a reflection of each spoke with joy and curiosity. They entwined themselves in their shared experience. Pania guided him with grace, teaching him the rituals of her people as they celebrated the beauty of their union. With every moment, every step, Jackie felt the schism that had once threatened to pull them apart dissipate. Together, they forged a connection that transcended expectation, unveiling the true essence of love and intimacy in its many forms. The 3 rounds they agreed upon unfolded seamlessly, filled with tenderness, laughter, joy, and the sweet vulnerability that comes from genuine partnership. As they completed the final round, Jackie wrapped his arms around Pania, enveloping her in warmth, their foreheads resting against one another. "I feel complete," he murmured, breathless and overwhelmed by the depth of their experience. Pania gazed at him with a softness that melted away the last remnants of worry. "We have accomplished so much tonight, my love. We've forged something beautiful, our own bond that defies expectations." A smile danced on Jackie's lips as he held her close, warmth radiating from the embrace that felt like a shield against the outside world. They had carved their place together in it, a testament to love that bridges cultures and understands the beauty that resides in differences. "Together, we can face anything that comes our way," he promised, a bond sealed in the unbreakable fabric of their entwined hearts. After sharing their union, they whispered sweet nothings, basking in the contentment that came from having united their worlds. The night unfolded, surrounded by warmth and love, a new beginning born from connection and understanding. As dawn approached, its gentle light spilled into the room, illuminating their entwined forms, two souls, once searching, now bonded in love, dancing toward a future of possibilities that awaited them hand in hand. In the embrace of their new life together, Jackie realized that love was not just about navigating cultural differences. It was about creation, weaving their worlds together into a rich tapestry of belonging. And with that realization, he knew there was nothing that could tear them apart. They had found solace and strength, mapping their own journey of love as they moved forward into the vast universe that lay ahead.